Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to another video inside of the course. Congratulations, you made it to part 9 of the course. Guys, in this section we're going to be talking about all things risk management. Now, today's video is simply about risk management and understanding what risk tolerance is. So, risk management is one of the most important aspects of trading, in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of many well-experienced traders. They can all agree that risk management is a crucial key part to becoming profitable. Now, you need to think of yourself not as a trader, but a risk manager, right? We have discussed that, in previous sections, that you must always predetermine your risk before entering a trade, but understand that how much you risk is ultimately up to you. Okay, and we want to always, follow a very strict risk management system and focus on probabilities to ensure that we stay in the game long term, right? We know that, it's a probabilities game and it's a numbers game. If we have enough trades play out over a given amount of time, I mean, you have a good chance of being profitable. Okay, but that only happens if you follow a good risk management plan. You can't be risking 40-50% per trade. Like that's just ignorance, right? And one thing that you're going to do at some point in your trading career, it's called over leveraging, right? And I can't stress this enough. Just don't do it. Okay, it's going to absolutely murder your account. General risk management is 1 to 3% per trade, and some people, it's maybe even 0.5%, 1/4%. Okay, risking smaller amounts per trade is the wise thing to do, right? And I know, when you first start trading, your account size, it's probably going to be small. So when you're thinking, 3% of, your $300 account's only $9. Like, that's nothing to get excited about, right? But you must understand the importance of thinking about, that number as a percentage, not the whole dollar value. Think of it as you're risking 3%, not just $9. Okay, you're risking 3% because, if you practice that 1% per trade or that 3% per trade discipline and you develop that discipline, then when you acquire more funding, you're going to be miles ahead of the game, right? And 3% of 200,000 is $6,000, right? That changes the game. Okay, but you're not gonna, if you're thinking of it as, well, I'm only risking $9, what the hell, might as well risk 50. Okay, that's not good risk management. Like, that is way too much of your account that you're risking, even though it's a small account, sure, and the numbers aren't anything to get excited about, but you need to develop that discipline to where you're only risking, 1 to 3% per trade, so that way when you do acquire more funding, you get, a $200,000, $500,000, maybe even $1 million account, those percentages are going to change the whole dollar value a whole lot, but it's the exact same percentage. And that's why it's important to, follow that risk management plan and be very, very strict when it comes to following that. Trust me. Look, I get the excitement, of flipping an account, and over leveraging, and because, if you win, you're going to see big numbers. But as we know, you have no freaking clue what the markets are going to do, and you can definitely lose. So why risk everything? Why risk it all and put yourself out of the game on one trade? That just doesn't make sense. Now, the next thing to risk management is accepting the risk without emotion. Okay, and before you enter the trade, you need to predetermine your risk. We know this, right? But if you can't accept the number that's at risk, you need to lower your lot size. For example, let's say your risk management is 2% per position, right? But let's say you build your account or you acquire more funding, and that 2% is $5,000, okay? It's still following a good risk percentage, but if you can't look at that number and be comfortable with potentially losing $5,000 on that position, comfortable meaning, no emotional involvement, you're just straight logic, then you need to lower your lot size because you can't accept that risk, and that's part of risk management, is being able to accept that risk. But like we previously said, if you think about it as a percentage and not a whole dollar amount, it's going to be much easier for you to develop that habit of just up to 2%, 2%, 2%. Doesn't matter what that dollar amount is and how much that increases. 2% of an account could be $10, or it could be $10,000, right? And if all you do is think of it as a percentage basis, you're going to be much more comfortable accepting that risk once you get a higher account equity value. Okay, and even on a smaller scale, guys, this is another way of accepting risk. I remember when I first started, I was practically sick when I would lose, $100, and it had nothing to do with the money. I can lose $100, whatever. That didn't affect me. What was really, affecting me was I couldn't accept the other thing that is at risk every single time you enter a position, and that is your pride and your ego, right? I used to hate being wrong, still do, to a degree. So, I couldn't accept the risk that, Jacob, you were wrong, right? And And it would have me doing all kinds of dumb shit, like moving stop losses and just dumb shit, because I couldn't accept the fact that, hey, you were wrong, right? And that happens. We know in markets it's going to happen, right? In reality, you can't run from losses. You need to learn to accept your losses. Now, if this is you, get ready, because you have a long road ahead of you, right? You're going to be, you got to change, the way you think about markets, a fundamental part of who you are, kind of what you believe in. And I can't tell you, the best way to overcome this. I'm just going to tell you kind of what I did to overcome it. So, like I said, guys, what I couldn't handle, it had nothing to do with the money. I can always accept the risk percentage and stuff like that. That had nothing to do with it. What I couldn't accept was me being wrong, right? And that really affected my trading for the longest time. So if this is you, something that I did to kind of help overcome that was, I just risked 0.01, the smallest lot size you can do, every single trade for 6 months. Now, guys, it was a long, grueling 6 months, but I needed it, right? And it really did change, how I viewed losses, because then I was just able to accept the loss and just realize, hey, you're gonna have losses, right? And I don't really know why that helped me. It was just something that I was recommended to do, so I just did it and did it and did it. Next thing I know, 6 months later, I have losses don't impact me anymore, right? And it really just gave me confidence and control over my trading and my emotions. I learned to accept the risk of losing money and, hurting my ego in the process. So in order to be successful, you must predetermine your risk every single trade before you enter, and you must fully accept the reality if the trade is losing, right? You can lose trades. You're not perfect. You will be wrong in this industry, and you must accept that reality. Now, if you can't handle a $500 account, why would life, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, why would it give you more money? If you can't handle $500 and have good risk management and grow that, $500 account, what makes you think by you getting, $500,000 or $200,000 or $100,000, what makes you think you're going to be able to manage that account? If you can't manage $500, bro, you're not going to be able to manage $1,000. If you can't manage 500, you're not going to be able to manage 100,000. It's just not going to happen. Okay? And remember, you will not get rich overnight in this industry, right? It's just not a get rich quick thing. Okay? It's a get rich for sure thing, but it's not get rich quick. And you won't get rich if you can't manage your risk properly. You have no idea when your losses will come or how they will come. So you might as well learn to practice proper risk management so you don't blow your account and risk too much. Okay, and understand that, zoom out and understand that some of the best hedge funds in the world, right? Their chief aim, their chief goal is to make 15-20% a year. Like, that is a good year if they make, 20%. Okay, granted, they are working with a lot of money, like billions, hundreds of billions, but it's still the same fact. They aim to make 20% a year, and that's like really good. Okay, so zoom out, see the bigger picture, and you must learn the skill before acquiring capital and changing your life. Without the skill, that money will never come, and even if it did come to you, it's not going to last because you don't know how to manage it. Okay, proper risk management is a key concept towards learning this skill called trading, and if you learn it, you're going to save yourself so many headaches and so many heartbreaks. Guys, I can't stress the importance enough, man. You need to develop the skill called risk management, and that's risking 1 to 3% every single trade. Doesn't matter if you had 50 straight losing trades, whatever, right? And you need to have a very, very strict risk management plan. And I promise you, if you do learn this skill, it will change your life. But you have to learn the skill first, right? The money's not going to come. And like I said, even if it did come and you don't understand risk management and you don't practice a strict risk management plan, that money's not going to last with you. So it is very important that you learn risk management. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.